Hi, I'm Rachel Ward and I'm going to read a little bit from the beginning of CARAG'S Transformation, which is the first title in a new adventure series for middle grade readers by the German author Katja Brandis and illustrated by Claudia Karls. Mystery boy, they call me. The newspapers and TV stations are all talking about me. I'm the mysterious boy who appeared out of the woods one day. Nobody knows who he is. He doesn't even know his own identity. He's completely lost his memory. In reality, my memory is perfectly fine and I remember everything, including, of course, the very special, momentous day when I was first allowed to walk among the humans. Human amazements. On soft paws we padded through the pine forest, my mother, my big sister Mia, and me. I was so excited it was like having ants under my fur. "And we're really doing this?" I asked my mother for the umpteenth time, the thought passing soundlessly from my mind to hers. "We're going into the town." My mother snorted. "If you ask again, we'll turn right back." Of course she was on edge. We'd spent the last few weeks constantly begging her to take us along so that we could see it all for ourselves at least once. We were no longer satisfied with just hearing stories about the humans. Soon after that she paused and began digging in the dirt with her claws out as if she were hunting gophers. "Our stash of human things must be around here somewhere," she told us, and soon we saw something silver glitter under her paws. She nodded with satisfaction and began to transform. Her body straightened, her hind paws became feet, her front claws elongated into fingers, her sand-coloured fur vanished from her body. Now she had long, sun-bright hair that fell all the way down her back. When she smiled at us, we saw her ridiculously tiny human teeth. "Okay, your turn now," she said in her high human voice. "You guys remember what to do, don't you? Concentrate. Think about what your other form looks like. Feel it within you. Can you feel the tingling?" Mia shook her head grimly, which looked pretty silly in her puma shape. But I managed well. Moments later, I was standing there on the forest floor, feeling the pine needles prick my bare feet. I jumped up and down, laughing, just to test how it sounded again. It was great to have hands. You could do so much with them. I'd almost forgotten what that was like. We didn't change very often. Finally, we set off on our way. We probably looked terrible. Our clothes were as out of place as a fish up a fir tree. My long pants ended halfway down my shins and my t-shirt was faded, not to mention stained. We must all have had pine needles in our hair and mud on our hands. Whatever. If people stared at us, I was way too excited to notice. So many humans. And all those gleaming, colourful cars which stunk so bad when close up. But the shops were even more intriguing. Almost as soon as we reached the main street, I pressed myself up against the nearest window. There were hats for sale, stones. Who in the world bought stones? Clothes, cups with pictures on them, more clothes and food, which smelled delicious. Soft serve ice cream. I read the sign beside the shop. Vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate. My mother had taught me to read, but she'd never told me what soft serve ice cream was. The sweet, creamy scent filled my nose, and a growling and rumbling started somewhere in the vicinity of my belly button. Hey, hang on a moment, what was my stomach up to? But the smell wasn't even the worst thing. To my horror, I felt a tickle as fur started to grow beneath my t-shirt. "Oh no, stop, not now!" Quickly I closed my eyes. I'm a human, I thought, until the fur had shrunk back to short stubble and then vanished altogether. Phew, my knees felt soft and trembled with shock. "I'll buy you each an ice cream," my mother said. With a flourish she pulled out the tattered bill with a 5 on it and handed it to a stranger. 1 chocolate, 1 vanilla. The woman gave her some clinking pieces of metal in return and handed me something that looked like a heap of bear poop. Whatever, just try it, I thought, and touched the cold brown stuff with my tongue. A wonderful sweet taste filled my mouth. If bear droppings had tasted like that, I'd have tailed every single bear until it had to go.